Our next speakers on your programme, this is a representation from Carmarthenshire Carers Forum, and we have today with us Ken Jones, who was the former chairman, and vice chairman, I'm sorry, and the current chair, Steve Griffiths. So I'll hand you over to them, and they can give you whatever information they're going to.
Good morning, everyone. We're delighted to see you here, and we just want to talk to you for a very brief time about the Carmarthenshire Carers Forum and what it does and what it wants to achieve. Yeah, a bit nearer. Yeah, okay. The Carmarthenshire Carers Forum is a relatively new body. In fact, we're under 2 years old. We were formerly the Carmarthenshire Carers Alliance. Not that that particularly matters to anybody. But in the last nearly 2 years, we've tried to do things very differently for carers. It's part of our strategy to make sure that carers are represented at the highest levels of decision-making now in Carmarthenshire. We now have myself on the implementation board and the strategy and planning board of Hawliau Local Health Board, so we can try and influence as carers how the £650 million spent by Hawliau board, Local Health Board, is spent in Carmarthenshire, Ceredigion and Pembrokeshire. And so we've got ourselves into that position. We're also, through the good offices of Bruce McLernan, the Director of Social Services, our chair, who I'm going to introduce to you in a minute, is the vice chair of the multi-agency reference group for carers. So we're now in a position where we actually are trying to ensure that the carers' voice is heard and what carers are thinking gets dealt with at the highest possible level. Now, to do that, we need to recruit carers to the forum, because we need to know what you want us to do. What are the issues that you are facing? What are the issues you want us to deal with and take to the very top of these organisations? Now, I'm delighted to say that as far as the Carers Forum is concerned, we've got our founder chair, Michelle Williams, here, who's had to finish being the chair of the forum through work and other commitments. And Michelle, thank you for all that you did to get everything started off. You did a fantastic job. So. And, you know, it was a tremendous privilege for me to nominate as Michelle's replacement Steve Griffiths, our new chair. If I can just introduce Steve to you, and so you know who he is, and he's going to be a very important cog in the wheel as far as taking our case as unpaid carers to the various authorities. So I'll just introduce Steve to you, Steve Griffiths. As far as the forum is concerned, we were surprised, like everybody else, when the University of Glamorgan showed everyone how important unpaid carers are. In fact, across Wales, there are nearly 12 million paid carers. These are people who are paid by local authorities, the health boards and so on, to provide care. Do you know how many hours are provided by unpaid carers? 12 million paid by carers, and yet 280 million hours are provided by unpaid carers like us in Wales. We are actually totally dependent as a country on what unpaid carers do. And we had an example from Betty earlier about what the investment that people have to make, carers have to make in looking after someone. So we're interested now that the people who make decisions now understand what we're doing. What we've done so far, and I'm very pleased to say that we've taken the case that's been presented to us by ordinary members of our forum to government. For example, we are very concerned that the 24,000 carers unpaid carers in Carmarthenshire, that very few of them are actually known by social services and other agencies. They're just providing the care on their own in the best way they can. And so one of the ideas that carers had was, wouldn't it be good if somebody could just come to people in their own homes and provide them with support and help, information about welfare benefits, about carers' rights, about carers' breaks, and all those things. Not that the carer has to go to people, but people come to the carer. And we're delighted that as a result of our efforts with the support of social services and health and other agencies, we've actually produced, or what has been produced is this training program that's going to be across Wales. It's going to be one of the most radical programs where ordinary unpaid carers can actually have somebody go out and see them. And the people who will be visiting them to provide this support and help will be providing it in a very, very informal way. Because they're ordinary paid carers themselves. So it's delightful when we have an idea, it's supported and funded by the local authority, the health board and so on, and now it's nationally going to be rolled out across Wales. What we're trying to say is the voices of carers can make a difference. We're looking at issues now on the Carers Forum like health and social care support workers, where we're going to try and have, instead of social services, home care assistants coming out and providing social care and health support care workers providing bits of healthcare, that we're going to have that integrated, one single person able to do all that, so we're not having different people coming in and out of people's houses. So we're absolutely determined to take these ideas from carers and try and make a difference. So that's what the forum is all about. And in your packs, you'll have a membership application. So please join us. We meet 4 times a year. Yes, they're all been held up there. My colleague at the back is waving the form. It's a sort of pinkish form. It's in the pack. So if you could join us, and we want to listen to you. We have had a number of people helping us, and one of the important people in our lives has been the Older People's Commissioner for Wales, who has supported some of these initiatives that we've started up in Carmarthenshire. And I think we're absolutely delighted, Steve and I, to be able to introduce to you one of the directors from the Older People's Commission offices in Cardiff. She's a barrister, so we have to treat her very, very carefully. You never know when you might need a barrister, or you never know when you might have a barrister up against you. So we treat her with some respect and some warmth, really, because she's making an awful lot of difference in the work that she's doing as well with the Older People's Commissioner in Wales. So without more ado, Anna, I wonder if you could come and join us. Anna Buchanan from the Office of the Older People's Commissioner for Wales. Let's give a Carmarthenshire welcome for Anna.